Joining us exclusively are Susan and Robert Levy. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'll just start here. Again, I am so sorry for the loss of your daughter. I'm so sorry for what the last 25 years have been. How are you both doing right now, particularly given what tomorrow?
Day by day, one step at a time, one breath at a time.
I'm still working, but, it's always on my mind. But, of course, over the years, it's not quite as, well, you just can't keep in your mind all the time. You have to go on living.
It's tough to think about.
The edges are a little bit softened.
The fact that Chandra's killer has never been found after all this time, how do you process that? And number two, do you speak to law enforcement regularly about if they're looking into any leads? Are they still investigating this?
No.
Not as far as we know. I mean, they sort of blew the case, and then some person screwed up the witness, on purpose. And so that's why they let him go.
And, of course, the trial was screwed up as well.
Yes.
So we don't know the real truth. But so many things has happened since then that we have other ideas.
Can we explore that a little bit? So just to be clear, you don't necessarily believe that Gwandi K was involved, that that he might have been the wrong person. You believe there's something else that might have happened to Chandra?
Yes, quite possibly. Although, he's still a suspect. I hope he's not still sucking air, but we don't know. But around the same time Chandra was in Washington, Dr. Stephen Greer had his UFO conference in the first couple of weeks of May. He presented a lot of witnesses, a lot of whistleblowers on the UFO subject. And at that time, Chandra mentioned something that she knew about the UFOs, that Congressman Condit was on the committee to learn about UFOs.
Well, he's on the Central Higher Intelligence Committee,
yes.
And that she says, he believes in UFOs like I do, and that he deals with this stuff. So then it left me thinking, knowing Chandra, she's very inquisitive. Could she have known something that she wasn't supposed to know? And
yes.
Could she have been wiped out because she knew too much? If you go back into history, Kennedy was killed. Marilyn Monroe, of course, they thought she had a suicide, but maybe she was murdered.
Yes, and Admiral Forrestal, many years before, and William Colby, the head of the FBI, the head of the CIA, they were all murdered. And, of course, Stephen Greer has a list of other people involved in the intelligence on UFOs who were murdered back then. I know there's another list now, but this was in the early 2000s and long before that. So we can't say it was a part of the CIA that did it, but it's always suspicion because it sort of ruined Stephen Greer's conference when all the news came out about Chandra.
Well, by the way, I should let you know, I think he was just on my colleague's show right before this, Katie's show right before this, Dr. Stephen Greer. So you talking about it, this is very, very relevant right now. I mean, I'm sure there's a big case going on. There's a big investigation about these missing and dead scientists. Yes. Just to be clear,
and we're very concerned.
Do you think there's a connection between Chandra and what we're seeing now?
You never know.
There certainly could be. We're not saying that's what it is, but it all sort of fits together.
Let me ask you this. Are you hoping that as this is getting a lot of attention and they're investigating this, that this will provide renewed interest or somehow have a connection into Chandra's case? Are you trying to communicate with the people investigating this?
No, you are the first person that we've really gone to speak publicly about this. I've been told that not to touch the subject.
Not to touch it, but Danny Sheehan, who's Stephen Greer's former lawyer, told us not to get too involved with it because, a certain element of the CIA is getting rid of people who might be too involved with it.
There are a lot of people right now that are afraid, and they are people who have spent a lot of time in government work.
A lot of people are threatened, such as Tim Burchett. the congressman who's really interested in that. Tim Burchett has been told a lot of things, and he's sort of fearful of something happening to him.
So there's a lot involved.
Just to be clear, aside from the timing of what you just mentioned in terms of what happened with Chandra and and what was happening with the UFO community, is there any other evidence, anything else you can share with us about why you believe there might be this connection?
I don't know. It's something that I thought of 2-3 years ago. I was at Contact the Desert, and I felt a strong, intuitive thing coming from me that there's a possibility there may be a connection. We don't know what really goes on in the government. So many of us don't know the truth about many things. And as you know, the fuel situation and people who are controlling the politics in the world, they're not always given the truth.
Yeah, and I know President Trump wants to reveal it, but he's got to be careful because, you know, what happened to Kennedy and what happened to all these other people.
And I'm stepping out on a limb. I'm asking disclosure. Someone knows the truth of what happened to my daughter, our daughter, Chandra, and what has happened to a lot of other people that have disappeared, gone missing, that have demise in mysterious ways.
I want to take it back for a second, and it was something in the earlier clip we were showing of the press conference. We're showing these photos. I think a lot of times it gets lost. Who was Chandra, right? Like after all these years, I know you still think about her, and it's of course you're going to be thinking about her. Who was she? What was she like as a person? What do you want people to remember about her all these years later? Because she's not just a statistic. She's not just victim A. Who was she?
That's right. She had high moral standings, and she really did believe in the government and believed in Constitution and believed in politics the way it's supposed to be. Our country has gone to a lower moral ground, and I think she would have a lot to say if she was here now. And so I'm her voice, and I think she would be very unhappy of what's happening, the division in our country, and the value of lives are in jeopardy, as well as people having a struggle to make a living and find their jobs and bring home, if you want to say, food and income for their home and to feel a safe community.
Yeah, it's important.
She's interested in that.
And she is. Sometimes we get little signs and messages from her, we believe, anyway. But certainly the whole universe it's all consciousness, it's all spiritual. So there's God in charge of everything. You know, if you want to say it's Yeshua HaMashiach, that's perfectly right. But God is in charge of everything of the universe. So we have to keep that in mind.
Well, listen.
And we have to stand up for what we believe is high morality and grounds of peace in this nation and around the world.
Well, listen, first of all.
That's my voice.
No, I hear you. And Susan, Robert, I know it's not easy coming on and talking about this ever. I know it's not easy, particularly talking about what happened here 25 years later, but I appreciate you coming on. I'm thinking of you during all this. I'm wishing you both the best and best wishes as you navigate this. And I always hope that you get some sort of answers moving forward. And I'm glad that you were able to give a little bit more about who Chandra was. So thank you so much.
And thank you.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
That there's disclosure for lots of things, the truth, and for everybody in this world.
Okay. Well, I think we all are looking for a little bit more answers on a lot of different subjects. So I hear you. Susan, Robert Levy, thank you so much.
You're
all right.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.